It's Week 18 of the NFL, and we'll be watching the Falcons' Offensive Player of the Year. On the doorstep of another milestone in a great season, approaching 1,200 yards. It's the Falcons and the Rams, and it's all up next on EA Sports.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today, the curtain falls on the...
Michael Dixon set to kick off.
And off we go from SoFi Stadium. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stand an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
They'll start on the ground with Gibson. Shifts by him. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Gotta like that start. 14 yards to get him going. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground, but they want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And they'll get this down around the 47-yard line.
Complete to Calvin Ridley.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. The Charles, as we've covered, they've already clinched their spot in the postseason, so now they just want to avoid adding any additional names to this list before the postseason begins.
Terrific observation, because trying to move up a spot, I don't know if it's worth it if you're trying to play guys who aren't quite right. Get them healthy, get ready for the playoffs, make your move then.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
First down, Falcons.
Gibson here running out of the gun. And they'll get him down inside the red zone at the 14. It's also a gain of 14. First down.
At the 14.
Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
It's a gain of 5.
Ball sits on the 10, second and 5.
At the Rams' 10-yard line.
Here's Gibson on the read option. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for first.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's third down.
To throw is Fields. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, they took the shot, didn't get it. There's definitely a difference here, because they have a chance to get 7, maybe 8 if they pushed it. Instead, they'll likely settle for 3.
Yeah, opening drive, holding him to 3. Psychologically, maybe a win for the defense.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
And they'll accept that penalty.
Automatic first down.
So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal. Gibson is going to go backwards. He'll lose yardage back to the 5. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
So often you hear that pep talks don't really work in the heat of the battle, but collectively, this defense has to say to each other, we've been on our heels this whole first drive. This is where we need to dig in. They got a nice stop right there for a loss on first and goal.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
caught. It's London for the Atlanta touchdown.
To number 5.
A great play there. With touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Falcons are on the board first on the road here in L.A.
Kick is good.
Extra point by Koo, up and good.
7.
And it's now a 7-0
nothing.
game. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taking it about the 1. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. So out come the Rams down for their first possession. And they will be led out by a guy certainly still trying to prove himself here in the league, the young rookie quarterback.
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's got a man here, complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. Well, this is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. I hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back. On first down, it's Moody. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. The Rams had 11-5 on the year. They're coming feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On play action, they'll throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
A 6-yard loss.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. They had lots of room behind him. And they on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
Here comes Antonio Gibson as he's set for another drive. A tough challenge here in this one. We'll see if he can duplicate the numbers on your screen that he put up last week, up over 100 and a touchdown.
We were watching tape to prepare for this game. One thing you noted that I totally agree with, great complementary piece in the last game. You know, they're able to throw it pretty well. He ran it exceptionally, and he hope to continue that same formula in this game.
Complimentary with an E, not an I.
That's my English teacher right there.
So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8.
He's taken
well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18.
Brings up 2nd down.
From the gun, here's Fields. And he will find Ridley. That's complete.
Fields pass. Complete to Calvin.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
But it's now 3rd down.
One play action. Fields. And he'll just get rid of it.
And that is how you respond respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense and completely shut them down to force a 3-and-out.
That's taken on the 25. Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7-0 on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's going to have a Rams first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Moody. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 4-yard line. 43 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. He'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 32-yard line.
They'll try the left side. It's Moody. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to drive a bit closer here in the second quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hold. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. They'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Ronnie Perkins buries him for a loss of 11 from his outside linebacker spot.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now Fields, and this is going to be incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6
yards on the play.
Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him the first down.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
They'll run on first down. Moody, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. He's going to air one out. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown. A big play there. 51 yards. And the Rams have taken the lead. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass his young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now. You can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen. And it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs. Because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And this will be a Falcons first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line.
A gain of 9 yards. First down, Atlanta.
Here's Gibson on the read option. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Here's Gibson on the read option. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Fields. And that nearly intercepted. You know, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken at the 15. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. And for the Falcons, 5 men in the secondary, now on 3rd. Open man right side is cut, complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. It's the first catch of the game for Cobb, and he's got a first down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Back to throw now on first down. Looking left side, and it's complete. Touchdown, LA! A great effort there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And they're able to add on to their advantage.
Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise, too.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
Here comes Antonio Gibson as he's set for another drive.
And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat, make sure he touches it a few times, but as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. He's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
And he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up?
Brings up 2nd and 3.
We remind you in just a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Orlando and our good friend Jonathan Coachman. Coach will run through some of the numbers and the next-gen stats from this first half of football so far.
Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that's caught inside the 30.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Now Fields.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Perfect example of the kind of attitude you have to play defensive back in the NFL. You want to be the only defender around, and you want them to challenge you. And on that play, he came through.
Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal. Because just a few plays ago, it looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming up.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so, they're going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Fields now to throw.
Touchdown, Falcons!
Fields pass.
Bryan Edwards
from 4 yards out.
Touchdown,
and the Falcons get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Able to connect on the extra point, and the lead will shrink to 6.
Rams 20. Falcons
that time
14.
a 6-play drive, and the Falcons score to cap it off.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Rams going to take over late in this first half. Just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room.
38-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Throwing middle, and it's complete.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll drop to throw.
This one complete to Scott Miller.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
My goodness, they've come out locked in on this drive. Play calling, execution, they are fully in sync. 3 straight passes, 3 first downs. They're moving the ball downfield almost at will. This defense really struggling to find answers.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play. One that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
They'll look to throw again.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
Matt Gay on for the field goal. A 50-yard attempt.
And Gay knocks this one through, and that will make this a 9-point lead. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't bring that punt to them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to the rescue because, you know, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10.
Here's Fields.
And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground.
And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two.
Only 30 minutes left in the regular season, and everybody's excited for the playoffs, so we're just going to forget the halftime show and get back to the football.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter.
Taken at the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. And the Rams offense ready to begin quarter number 3. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half it didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they want to get those running backs going and get them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Moody. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 67 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. The throw over the middle taken in. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one covers 29 yards, 1st down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
On 1st down, Moody. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
They created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
2nd and 4. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA. Scotty Miller, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Rams take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. The Rams lead the offense on the field. They'll go for 2. They'll look to throw. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line, and worse. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Here's Gibson to start the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. They'll go again with Gibson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now it's Fields. Got his man. It's London. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
First down.
Here's Gibson on the read option. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
On first down, right back to Gibson. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
On 2nd down, it's Allen. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
And it's 3rd down.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Allen. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
On the tackle. It's a gain of 6. First down, Falcons.
A give up the middle to Gibson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Off play action. Fields. That's out to the flat for Gibson. Puts it on the carpet. It's out. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. So it's a turnover. And now, as with every potential
Previous
turnover,
play is under review.
Look at this. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. They'll run with Gibson. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26.
He was brought down at the 26. A 4-yard pickup on the play. And the Falcon first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Here's Gibson on the read option. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaking up on that last play. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
A shotgun snap, Fields.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about the coverage we just saw break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
The field goal is good.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're
17.
losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Akou just hit the field goal. Now he kicks off. Fields it right around the goal line.
Now a hit and a loose football. And the Falcons grab it. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line.
Let's just call that play exactly what it is. Needed, because they wanted to get back in the game, and they knocked the ball free, and now they have a chance to do exactly that.
They got the chance. Now they have to take advantage. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7. At the Rams,
out of the gun, Fields.
And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7.
Third down.
Fields.
7 yards to go.
They'll dump that off to Gibson, complete.
And they're going to drop him well shy of the first as he can only make it to the 11.
Youngway Koo on for the field goal.
And the attempt at 3 will have to come from the other end of the field this time. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the 4th.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And that lead is back down to 9 now.
29.
So kind of disappointing there. I mean, yes, they get the 3, but with starting field position like that, 3's not what you're banking on.
No, and you just have to wonder if you can afford to let chances like that continue to pass you by. You've got to find ways to get the ball into the end zone and put 6s on the scoreboard.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. L.A. readies for its next possession.
Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be second down.
7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 31-yard line.
Up the middle they go. It's Moody, and he'll be brought down right around the 37.
79 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
He'll buy some time right. It's Miller, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 25 yards that time.
The passing game continues to be their friend, even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles. They're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get them about 5 yards. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. They're going to look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. The Rams on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete.
And he is going to have a Rams first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down when his route worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
They'll run on 1st down. Moody. And he's going to take this one in for the Rams touchdown. A great play there. His 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Rams are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. The Rams leave the offense on the field. They'll go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Is no good.
Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know I know what you're thinking. Well, if he had hands, he'd be playing on offense.
That's true. You've said that before. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
The ball carrier. He's tackled at the 29-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
From the gun, here's Fields.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Edwards. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
A gain of 12. 1st down, Atlanta.
Here's Gibson on the read option. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd
back to
9.
throw. Fields.
Forced out to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards. A 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He finds his man complete. That's McGee. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And that's going to make it 4th down.
And we're definitely getting towards the point of the game where not getting a lot of yards is secondary to keeping the clock moving. I mean, to me, that's a double win defensively. Short gain and some more time off the clock.
Looking deep downfield. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Rams get the football in outstanding field position. On 1st down, it's Moody. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
The 28-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Now a handoff up the middle. Moody, and he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play.
Well, Week 18, this is just when you hope everybody can get through the regular season healthy, but the medical staff is going to have to take a look here, and we'll step aside.
And he'll take this one down near the 15. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Moody, and able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And they will take a knee here. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. The Rams go victory formation as they take the knee. Matt Gay now gets ready for the field goal try. This to make it a 3-score game late. Gay's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to cut from 3 scores down. But don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. And this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Here's Fields.
Flush to his right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League. But fun to watch these offenses. They were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. How'd you like to be those defensive coaches, though? That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared. But executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.
So for L.A.,
they finish off the regular season at 12 up and 5 down.